Hi, and welcome to this session on how B1 UP can save you from nasty surprises during a SAP Business One implementation. So if we look at an implementation from start to finish, many people have this flow in order to sell it to the customer. So you do of course, some initial meetings, then you scope the requirements. What do they need? Do they need a vertical solution like a BS or a Promix VMS, or is it out of the box Business One? Then you begin to install the product on the customer systems and import data from their old system. You do some training on them, and then you go live, and then they are in live mode where you support them through the lifetime of the system. And that's all good and well, but along this process, a lot of questions comes along because not often that simple. People might think why certain things are not standard, why the import went incorrectly, and what we can do about it. If they want some different changes, that sales oversold it a bit, and they said something was possible that it wasn't, and why things are not concluded. And in the end, people might even go live not being too happy with the system because they thought it was something else. So all these questions, that is what B1 Usability Package is for, because you can't really plan them. Some of them you can, but there will certainly be something that goes wrong in quotation marks. And when that happens, you essentially have a feature request, or you need to do something about it. And if you are a big SAP house or you have access to development, you could go in and use the SAP Business One plus its SDK. So you would need to understand what did we miss here? Why do we need this extra feature? We could go in and estimate it, and the customer needs to accept it. Or perhaps it's even as bad as you need to take the cost on your own as a partner because, yeah, it was promised. Then you need to develop it, you need to install it, and then for the lifetime of your system, you now also need to maintain it. And the people involved in this process is the customer, the consultant, you need developers, and you need sales if it's something that needs to be accepted. So usability package is what we call an 80-20 rule. That if you end up in these situations, in 80% of the time, you just sit down with the customer as a consultant and say, yeah, it doesn't do exactly like you want. Let's fix that together right here and now. You add some function buttons, you make mandatory fields, you do validations, all the goodness of the usability package, what it can do. And the people involved are only the customer and the consultant, and the customer will not see it as a failure. They will more see it as a tweak to their system. In many cases, partners don't even tell that you have usability packets. It's just part of Business One. I'm not trying to sit here and tell you that we can solve every single problem in the world. There's 20% of the cases you still need to go with vertical, still need to go do this extra work if something is really messed up. But in many, many cases, we can help with those nasty surprises. And that essentially ends up that you can say yes more and right away get happier customers. And we all know that happier customers also are more profitable customers, of course. So that is the main thing of this tool, that all these things we can't plan for, no matter how hard we try, can be solved in many cases using this tool. So with that, thank you for attending this session, and I hope it was beneficial.